What are the new possibilities to treat resistance hypertension?
The first possibility is not new, is to treat right the patients with the old drugs, old between commas. We must treat them well. We must getting better combinations to treat more aggressively the patients. Then we have more techniques that can bring us some help to deal with these patients. Diagnose resistant hypertension is the first rule. More than half than people that are diagnosed as resistant hypertension are not resistant hypertensives. So for the resistant hypertensives, we probably can have a technique that's called bioimpedance that can characterize the patient in terms of hemodynamics and variables, so we can treat the patient according to the mechanisms that are effective, that give us a better control of the patients. Almost we can achieve 40 to 45% of controlled patients with this technique. And nowadays we are returning to history because we can treat patients that are really resistant, trying to denervate the kidney. It was a surgery that was performed 50 years ago. Now with ultrasounds it's possible to kill the sympathetic nerves in the renal artery. So the future for the resistant hypertensives it's a good future, I think. So we must combine the drugs that we have in different ways. For that, bioimpedance it's quite useful, and there are new treatments that are introducing. So.
What are the results of the control of hypertension in everyday practice?
Bad. There are several reasons for that. I believe that in Hungary it's possible to control 45% of people. In Portugal, the results I have, almost 40% of people that took their medicine are controlled. But those are bad results because I think that we can improve that. Probably not. The guilt is not only of the patients, is also for the system, for the health system, is also for the doctors, and we must work together to see what is possible to introduce in this kind of relation to have a better control.
What can we do?
First of all, understand each other. The patients must understand the doctors must understand the patients, and the health system and political responsibles must understand what we need to do, because this is a kind of disease, as you know, that it doesn't hurt. When it hurts, it's too late. And to deal with this kind of disease, we must have the media with us. It's essential to have the media attention and the media keeping pressure on the people, on the healthy people. They don't feel nothing, to give the alert signs that they must treat hypertension. I think that we must have a forum between media, doctors, patients and politicians to seek new ways of transmitting the message, because the people don't have the real perception of danger they are incurring.
How can Portuguese and Hungarian societies collaborate?
We are now collaborating 4 years from now. The SALT program that is in Hungary began with the SALT program I implemented in Portugal. We have a very good scientific intercambium. We have this symposium, it's the third symposium. Now this symposium is two times a year, because it's here in the Hungarian Congress. It's in Portugal in February in the Portuguese Congress, and we are trying to put some new ways of dealing with this problem between both societies to keep the collaboration alive, because it was born in a very collaborative way. It's improving, and we have a great hope that this will be an example for all Europe. Why two countries, almost with Europe in the middle? We are quite similar in area of the country, in the population, with problems, so we have all the ingredients to cooperate. And friendship, it's nowadays it's a great thing to keep this moving.
And what are your future plans and hopes in clinical practice and in research?
I think that we must change the way we are doing things. We are dealing with a problem that affects almost a great part of the population of Europe and in our countries, and the old ways that we are dealing with this are not quite effective. The results are there. People still dies with strokes, still dies with acute myocardial infarction. Hypertension is not controlled. The prevalence of hypertension is rising, so we are not dealing well with this. We talk, doctors and politicians talk too much about health, but the only concern is disease. Talking about promoting health is something quite different. I think that we must shift our attention to promoting more health, keeping the treatment of disease like this. For that, we have another time, the media. The media are essential to this. It's the way that we can reach our targets, that's the population, and the new technologies, the technology of information and new technologies are there. We must invest very much in that, because this can give us more results, more practical results, and keeping the costs of what we are going to do very low. That's my vision of what is in the near future.
Thank you.